Finally, they did it. So believe it or not, but this is a 100% electronic drum set. So basically, if you purchase the VAD 506, you have a 20 inches bass drum, a 14 inches snare, 14 inches floor tom, hardware stands that support the 10 and 12 rack tom, and the 18 inches ride, plus the 14 and 16 inches crashes. A 12 inches hi-hat, you have to provide your own hi-hat stand and also the snare stand, and the TD27 drum module. You can set it up as you wish. This would be the most common setup, but I've chosen this one. And I've added a second hi-hat. I mean, who can live with just one hi-hat? And a china and a splash. Okay, so yes, Roland finally did it. They have recently released this brand new edrum series, the VAD for V-Drums Acoustic Design, that mimics the size and feel of acoustic drum set. It's basically an acoustic drum set with electronic in it. So you have brand new, made out of wood, bass drum and toms, and rubber pad for the cymbals with acoustic size. Snare and ride comes from the TD50, which is the flagship Roland series, and so it's really great to have them with a more affordable kit. Okay, so now, how does it feel? Does it feel like an acoustic one? Does it change anything on the playability? Does it sound good? Well, let's find out. So, about the feel and the playability. The kick drum gives you an amazing feedback. It's not mesh head, it's the same low rebound surface of the previous smaller kick drum, but within a real big acoustic kick drum. So you really have this feeling of bearing the beater inside of it. And it kind of gives you the acoustic physical feedback that feels really great. Same feeling for the toms. The rack tom comes with 2-ply mesh heads, but the floor tom has 3-ply mesh head that you can physically tune very low, such as an acoustic for minimal rebound. The snare drum that you may already know because it comes from the TD50 series has also 3-ply mesh heads. The good thing about that is that you can increase the tension of the drum head a bit higher than the floor tom, so you can now mimic the acoustic-like playability and get different rebound and feel between the floor tom and the snare. Besides, the two digital pads, snare and ride, both have much more sensors than any other pad on the market, which allows the sound to be richer and with more nuance and harmonics. When you try them, you can't really go back. And you have new cymbals that are bigger and thinner, so you can really go through them without hurting your wrist, so it feels more natural. Now, I know that it's a question that a lot of you guys asked on my previous video. Does it make noise? Well, the quick answer is that if you already have an edrum with mesh heads, and if your neighbors already complain about the noise, they will still complain. And if they didn't, they will not. Now, there are differences that I enjoy a lot. For example, the hi-hat makes a bit less noise, especially when played with the foot. The kick and the toms are making a much more dead sound with no resonance, because the shell is quite thick. So overall, you have a fantastic feedback, which is honestly the best experience that I've had on edrum. And this is even without turning on the drum module. What a great transition, Adrien! So let's talk about the drum module. Okay, so right now I'm gonna show you the simple, essential stuff that you have to know to use it. But I will do a dedicated video going deeper on how to get the best out of it and how to get the best possible sound for live and studio situation. So you have the same sound technology as the TD50, but within a very small format. You have plus 700 sound with acoustic, electronic and percussion sound. You have 55 presets, and of course you can build your own, 45 actually, which I highly recommend to get something that you like 100%. So first of all, you have quick editing functions. So changing the instrument, the levels, the tuning or the muffling of each instrument. You obviously have a click function. Now, if you have an idea that you want to record quickly, you just have to hit the recording button and you're ready to go. Though, it will not be saved if you turn off the drum module. So I really recommend that you dedicate a SD card to the drum module so you can record, update, save your kits, save your setups, and import your own samples into the drum module. So talking about samples, not only you can import your favorite sound into the drum module, but you can blend it with internal sound to take advantage of the wide dynamic range of the drum module, so it's super handy. Then, if you want to properly record yourself, you have two options. The first one would be to use a USB cable and plug it to your computer, and boom, you have you have up to 28 tracks ready to record. Actually, what you've heard in the beginning of the video was recorded with that. Second option, you can use the master output that you would plug on an external audio device. Okay, now the biggest thing would be the new edit interface. It's really good. Finally, they have created a workflow where you have everything on the same menu. It makes the process of editing the sound way easier, but I will dedicate another video to talk about this because there is so much thing to say. Such as, for example, the brand new ambience design with the overhead and the room, which is really good. Let me give you an example with and without the reverb. Okay, so you also have interesting coaching function with the time check that shows you whether you play in front of the beat or behind the beat. I wish they had expanded that function a bit more, but still it's very useful and I will detail it in the next video. And last but not least, you have the Bluetooth connectivity. It's not new, but I really wanted to mention it because it's such a relief, because now phones tends not to have a jack input anymore. So no cable, no adapter that somehow you never find, and the less cables I have, the better I feel, so great. And now to wrap this up, I have been playing Roland for 10 years now, and it's the best upgrade that I've ever had, because now the edrum experience gets really close to the acoustic feel. I wish they would have thrown a digital hi-hat, but I'm being picky. The thing that you wouldn't expect out of it is that just the look changes your perception about it, and it kind of tricks your brain and motivates you to play even more, so I love that. The drums and hardware are as heavy and solid as an acoustic one, so you know, it really opens to new opportunities, because now you can bring this drum on stage on venues where you couldn't before because of the noise or because of the look, and it makes the transition between electronic and acoustic way easier. So yeah, so this is making the whole experience really great, and I love it. So what do you think? Like, is it something that you were waiting for? Now, I barely scratched the surface concerning the sound and the settings, because as I said, I will give my personal review and my tip for a good sound design in the next video. So if you have any question, post it down below and I will do my best to include it in the next video, which I will dedicate 100% to the drum module. Now, before you go, let me show you something. Do you see this? So it means that roughly 80% of you guys that are watching this video are not subscribed to the channel. Yes, I can see you, and it makes me very sad. You know, it's very easy. It's just one click. Actually 3, because you have to like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. But those 3 small actions can really help the channel. It really helps the YouTube algorithm to understand if this video worth to be shared or not to other people. Okay, so, oh man, thank you, you did it, yes! But you didn't, man, I can see you, I'm telling you, YouTube is telling me everything. So, go ahead, just like 1 click, 2 click, it's really quick. You could have done it like 2 seconds ago and we would be free, okay? So, please, do it. I can wait. I can wait. Just do it. Okay guys, so thank you so much for watching this video and see you on the next one.